Hi, my name's Charlotte and I'm a craft ambassador for docrafts. Today I'm going to show you how to make this fun shaker card, and it actually has two shaker elements on it. So we're going to start with the base, and what I've done is I've taken a piece of paper from the 12 by 12 capsule colossal collection and I've trimmed it down so that one side is now 21 centimetres. Okay, I'm going to use my bone folder to fold it in half. It's really simple, just move it over to your fingertips. Take your bone folder, and from the centre we're going to go out in both directions. So there we've got our card base, nice and simple. So I'm now going to start on the top, and I've used some of the textured cardstock because it's a lovely cardstock to work with and it really shows up anything that you cut into it. I'm going to use the nesting dies because they're great with shaker cards. You can make so many fantastic things and they're great for any time of the year. So this one can be used for Valentine's Day, but you can use the star and congratulations. I'm going to start with the second to largest, and I'm just going to place it on my card, so right at the top, and then with a little bit of washi tape, I can get it there. I always like to use washi tape to stick my X-cut dies down, just because then you know they're not going to move in the machine. Make sure you just stick it in the inside of the die, so when it comes off it's not going to affect your card. I'm just going to run it through my machine. There we go. And then just pop the die off, and it all comes off as one, and that's the top bit that started. And I'm now going to use some of the other X-cut dies to make the letters. To make it really easy, I've already washi taped them, so they're all nice and in line. And the phrase we're going to use today is all you need, and we're going to be putting love on with some stickers. And these are the Wedding Ever After X-cut dies, and they are so good to use. You can use them for practically any project. They don't have to be weddings. So as you can see, I've stuck them on there, and that way when I run them through, I only have to do it once. There's not much lining up. I'm going to show you one that I've made earlier, and you can see I've just done an extra E and an extra L. So now I've got the two shaker elements part of my card. To do the heart for the background, I've chosen some lovely vellum paper, which is from the A4 Ultimate Die Cut and Paper Pack. And I love this just because it's so glittery, you can use it for anything. Now as you see, for the heart, I used the second to largest. So for the other part of my shaker card, I'm going to use the larger one. It's always just worth doing that, just so much easier to cut out your backgrounds. And once again, I'm going to use a bit of washi tape to hold it in place, because with vellum sometimes you need to run it through 1 or 2 times. Now this time, because I'm going to actually be using the inside of the heart, I've stuck the washi tape on the outside. It's just worth sort of doing that. And run it through once that way, and then we'll just come back. And you can see by going through twice, it's cut it out really nicely. So this heart is just going to sit behind there, and I'm going to attach it with a little bit of double-sided tape. Now a little trick for this is to actually have it face up there over the heart, and then we're going to attach the double-sided tape on there so you can see where it's not going to show. You don't need to do too many pieces of this either, so it doesn't have to go the whole way round. You just have to make sure that it's going to stay where you want it to. So I'm just going to use 2 pieces, put it down flat, and then this way I can make sure that my double-sided tape isn't going to show through. So you can see it's completely hidden. For this bit, I'm going to use a bit of acetate, and that way you can really see the shiny bits behind. And it's the same for this as well. I just tend to line it up in 2 bits of double-sided tape, one at the top, one at the bottom. There's one there. And it really helps if you just line it up as well, especially if you haven't made one of these cards before, because you don't really want to have any of it sticking through. And it's also quite fun to peel away. There we go. So one bit there, and then just press it along. And you can see now that it's right behind there. And what I've done, I've also used some papers from the pack just to colour in some of the letters as well. So if you keep the inner bits of like the D and the A, you can add them in. You can see it adds a really nice touch to it as well. So now we've got to this stage, it's time to put on the foam tape. And this foam tape, you can see there's various sizes you can get. And all you really have to do is stick it all around the outside. Get a nice pair of scissors to cut it. Now, it depends what you're putting in your shaker card, if you can leave any gaps. I tend not to, especially if you're working with sequins, because you don't want to shake it and have them all fall out. It's nothing worse than that, because then it's only a one-use card. Okay. So we're going to go right to the top there. Okay. And really, with this foam tape, you can do any shape you want to. And it's really good, you can make it around corners or anything. So don't think you can't do it and you can only do squares. Try different shapes. Try the X-cut nesting dies. There's so many shapes that you can use. So I'm actually putting in 2 elements to my shaker card because I thought it would be a bit fun. And the top part, I'm actually using charms, so I don't have to line up the edges. Don't think, oh, there's a little gap it's going to fall through. It's not. So I'm actually just putting 2 extra strips so they stay where the heart is. Okay, so you can see there, it's all done, and you can see I've got the 2 different sections there as well. Just going to put that to the side for one moment and get my card base again. There are many ways to do shaker cards, but I tend to find that if you put the stuff on the back, it works really well. So my top part of my card is going to be with the charm pack. And really, these are so pretty, you can use them for anything, but I think they look especially good on a shaker card. So I'm just going to put them there so you'll see when I do it that they'll be there. And then for my other bit, a great thing for shaker cards are the X-cut punches, because once again you can match them up with the nesting dies and you can have so much fun. I've actually used them with this paper, and I've actually decided to choose to pick out the silver and the gold so everything really matches in my project. And rather than you watch me cut them all out, here's one I made earlier, and I just get them out of my little bag. And you can really see that you can choose whatever colours you want. You can really match your project. So if you wanted to do extra card from the Capsule Colossal collection, you could. And then all I'm going to do is take off my foam tape. Sometimes this sticks a little bit, and if you pull it too fast, it will tear. So you've got to do it nice and slowly. And we'll just do each piece. You can as well double up your foam tape. So if you have something a bit chunkier and you think it's going to stick, double up your foam tape. You can either fold it in half and then put it down, or just do 2 layers, because sometimes you just want to put something a bit bigger in. And you could also do, if you really wanted to get fancy with it, you could have different layers on your card. So there's so many choices for it. Just get this last bit off. There we go. And then I always find it's easier to do it this way, because you can then line up your edges and pop it down so you can see we've got the beginning of our card. Just to finish it off, I'm going to put some love stickers. So just make a bit of space. And I mean, I love the Modern Luster collection. Everything matches. You have these beautiful stickers. And if I do it that way, we have beautiful stickers, and they're great for just putting on the top of anything. So And the great thing is they can stick to your hands and they'll still stick to your card. And I just tend to do this so that I've got them all together. And then working from the centre, I'm just going to stick my letters down. You can choose to leave a little gap or put them right next to each other. And there we go. That's the shaker card, all done with 2 different elements there as well. Thank you.